Hello
Hello everyone.
everyone.
Hope all of you are doing fine.
There's a very common mistake most of us do in life, which is whenever we have even the slightest success we face, we tend to share it with our close circle or unknown people, just because it's out of happiness. But are everyone around us happy for us or not? Are they sincere? Are they truly well wishers? So that's something we should think about. Even if it's the slightest bit of success also, try to remain silent. Let the success make its noise. Because you will never know. The ones who you think is the closest to you can be very envious of what you have achieved or simply put, for what you are.
Now, do you dare to dive into our
Scary
scary
sword.
sword?
So this incident happened to me when I was much younger. When I was way younger last time, right? My father used to involve me and my brother in a lot of sports activities. And one of them was cycling. So he will pick a random spot. He will put the bicycle in the bicycle racket in the end of the car. And then we will drive to the spot, park the car, we will take out the bicycles, we will cycle. This cycling evening, right, is something I will never forget. Let me tell you all what happened.
The Devil's Bend.
This incident took place in a very popular place in Singapore. It's called the Devil's Bend. Many of y'all might know. For those who don't know, it's a old race road. A lot of races happened there many years ago. It's at Thomson area. So my father used to randomly pick a spot, drive down there, then we unload our bicycles and then we will cycle. So he decided at one late afternoon to go cycling there with my older brother and myself. So we gathered everything, we prepared, we drove there. But upon reaching there, right, it actually rained. So we weren't able to start off the cycling. So what happened was, I was a bit hungry. My father said, okay, there's a very famous prata shop there. So we went there, we eat first. So until the rain at least drizzle lah. It took about like an hour or so. And by then the time was around 5 p.m. already. Evening. Then my father said, okay, let's quickly cycle and head back home fast before your mother makes noise. Don't come back after dark already lah, Okay, so we took down the bicycles, everything. We started cycling. That was my very first time cycling there. And the entire road, right, both sides got forest. And it's like a one-way road. That means
So the road is in between the forest.
and the road is like a one-way road, meaning like on the left side is entry, the right side is the exit. I don't know how to put it lah. It's something like that. So we were cycling and all. First we started cycling together. Then there were once in a while random cars coming.
Not much cars.
So because of that safety aspect, right, my father said, okay, I'll cycle first, me in the middle and my older brother at the back. So okay lah, we were cycling that way. So my father, he was very athletic back then. Now he paddled very fast. So my brother, at that point of time, like playfully, like we hadn't challenged lah who will cycle faster lah. We were challenging each other. We were side by side. But something strange happened lah. which is like I heard howling sounds. So I kept turning back and cycling. Nothing was seen. But I kept hearing howling sounds. So as I was getting distracted, right, my brother pedaled fast. He went forward already. At that point of time, I was still very distracted by the howling noises, you know.
Was it like getting nearer or was like from far distance?
From far.
Oh,
From far.
but there's nothing when you look back. Okay.
So at that point of time, I was like, don't care lah, just cycle lah. But when I turned back, right, my father and brother were nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be seen. I was all alone cycling in a straight road at that point of time. So there's like a lot of turns here and there. Like if people have been there, you all will understand what I'm trying to say. And each turn, right, is quite eerie. You will not know what you're going to face.
Oh, okay.
So it's like when you turn only, you can see, okay, what's going to happen. You know, like that lah. All of a sudden, while I was cycling, right, trying my best to keep up, I still cannot even see my brother's bicycle also. And it was getting darker. So when I looked up, the clouds were gathering, and also it was towards night already by then. So I started pedaling fast. After a while, right, I heard growling sounds. And it was not one growl, two growls, but it was like several growls growling together. And they were getting nearer and nearer. I didn't dare to turn behind, but no choice. I turned. At a very fast speed, right? Several dogs were chasing me. Turned in front, start pedaling. I might be laughing now, but to be honest,
at that point of time,
what I did was I was pedaling and I actually urinated. I freaked out. Now when the thought of it already, I was like, now it's funny lah, but at that point of time I didn't know what's going to happen. And it was quite dark that the dogs, right, were chasing me, right. All I could, when I turn and turn back, right, all I could see were their eyes. I can't really see them. So I started pedaling. So there was one part where they were extremely near already. I really don't know what to do already. So I turned back. I started using my legs to kick at their direction. But no animals were harmed. I didn't kick any animal. Okay? Each time I swing my leg, they dodged out of the way, like professional boxers like that. They dodged out of the way. They keep dodging. So I was when I was so young back then, I thought I was a hero already. I was like, okay, I warn you all lah. Take that lah. Like that, no. I was looking back at the dogs and laughing at them. When I turned back, right, there was this huge lorry parked right in front of me. I couldn't brake in time. So I hit the lorry. My entire body went towards my handle. My groin area hit the handle and I fell.
Painful.
Yeah. And then I looked at the lorry. I was like, what did I do to you? Then I was like, okay. I could hear the dogs panting and still running towards me. I turned because I know, okay, finish. I'm going to be attacked. I turned right, but this time they were not growling or barking at me.
Okay.
They were not even running towards my direction, whereas they avoided me and they they ran
Across
ahead.
past you lah.
They were running ahead.
Uh-huh.
Some dogs were yelping, like they were like afraid of something like that. So I was thinking, okay, the dogs are passing by. I looked at the back. I immediately froze in fear for a while. I was thinking the dogs were chasing me. But actually, no.
Then?
The dogs were actually being chased by something else.
Why?
There was this very tall figure of like a very skinny woman with long hair, hands protruding outwards towards the dogs. And she was like almost gliding and chasing the dogs. The dogs were running and this thing was chasing these dogs. Probably like it was like out for a meal, or maybe it like got disturbed by them or something, you know. It was chasing them. I kept my eyes locked on this thing
Aiyo, why you?
because I was like, okay, what's going to happen like that? I'm still on the ground. I didn't move. And when I just turned my head to see ahead of the parked lorry, right? All was gone. It was total silence. That apparition, the dogs, nothing. It was silent. And there was no cars passing by also at that point in time, and it was quite dark already. So in that pain, I got up. I took my bicycle. My bicycle was fine. Everything okay. I switched back the headlight. I cycled. So as I was pedaling, I could hear my father's loud voice calling out to me. When I was very young, he used to call me Nannan. So from there I can hear Nannan, 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 very loud. But it's very far away. That's when I realized that okay, I still got to catch up. So I pedaled faster, and I could see him like waving his hand at me already. So okay, I was like safe lah. I was like okay, I'm reaching my father already. But as I was pedaling, right, at the corner of my eyes, I saw something standing there. And when I was like cycling, I didn't turn my face. I just turned my eyes this way. It was that tall figure standing there and laughing at me. That laughter was like very creepy. Like it was like either like saying "Polichipo," like I spare your life, you know, or it was like probably laughing the way I fell. I don't know what was the laughter about lah, but after that when I reached my father, I turned back, right, the thing was not there already. My father then checked what happened, am I okay or not and all that. So I just explained what happened lah.
Mm.
what happened and all that. So he said, okay, come, let's pack up lah, let's push the bicycles back to the car like that and all that. Okay. So I didn't suffer any external injury or lah. I was like, okay. Last time younger lah, so okay. And we got into the the car, and apparently Devil's Bend is actually a shortcut back to where we stay lah. My father drove past into Devil's Bend again. I was like, okay. So my brother was tired, knocked out at the back of the seat. I was beside my father lah. So while beside my father, right, I was like just looking straight. I was so like nervous. Like then my father keeps saying, never mind, yeah, never mind. It's okay. But while driving past, right, I noticed that my father started to speed up. He started speeding. So me from my childhood, whenever there's someone like beside him or he likes to challenge.
Okay.
He's got that attitude in him lah. Sometimes he does that. But when I look behind, there was no car. It was dark already. He started speeding faster. So that's when I looked at his direction. My father was fixed on the road. This one gave me even more chills in a way lah.
Why?
Because while I was looking at him, he was fixed on the road, right? Before I can turn back, something caught my eyes again. I looked back. Remember that tall, creepy lady?
Yep.
Which chased the dogs and
Laughed at you.
laughed, right? She was appearing faster and faster beside my father's face, outside the car. And she was like looking at both of us at an extreme speed, no. So I don't know whether she was literally flying or what. I only can see the head, the back, looking. And my father, being my father, Nanan, don't look here, just look in front, ignore.
Ignore.
And as soon as he speed out of the place, there was more bright lights and all that, nothing happened really. So after went back home, after shower, after dinner already, my father said, "Nah, man, just ignore, don't think about it, and all that lah." But this is something which I don't think I can forget for the rest of my life, like, because it had fear, it had humor, mixed genre, comedy, horror. So what I like began to think, right, is like this spirit or entity, right, probably had something against people driving or going past there. Maybe there's a history behind it. So when the dogs were there, it chased the dogs. When the car come, it chased the car. So I'll never know what's the history behind that place lah. Yes, I've come to the end of today's scary episode.
Hope you have liked our scary show for today. So until then, signing off, Varshan.
Anju,
Ciao.
ciao.